Hello everyone. The Switch 2 releases in a few days. And I haven't really talked about it, so I thought in this video I'd ramble on about it. See what I don't like, see what I like about it. Talk about Mario Kart World, Switch 2, the prices, all of that stuff. Sorry I haven't posted in a while. It's been a bit too long actually. Like way longer than should have been. Sorry, kind of life got in the way. So yeah, I'm posting again now though. So yeah. Hope you enjoy the Switch 2 video. Okay. So, the Switch 2 is releasing in a few days from when I'm recording this, and I think it's appropriate if we talk about the price of the Switch 2 because Nintendo consoles have always been known for being affordable and all that, and the fact that it's 450 just for a console, which is slightly more powerful than the PS4 Pro, it's absolutely outrageous. Like, Nintendo have always been known for being more affordable. Like the Switch when it was new was like 300, I think. Honestly, that was pretty good value because the Switch, like, it's not very powerful, but Nintendo have been always known for like making better games. Well, not better games, I should say, like, more exclusives, and that makes sense. So they don't need the most powerful stuff because the games are still fun. But the fact that they're charging 450 for a console that's not even like can't even compete with Microsoft and Sony. It's just absolutely outrageous. It's like the 3DS. Remember when that launched? It cost 250, and sales just weren't really budging. So they had to slash it down to 170, I think, which is actually crazy because you have a handheld for 250. The Wii actually cost like 250, I think. That was a whole console, but they slashed that down. The Switch 2 is not budging. Especially the games are like 80 each, which is, I don't know, I think it's outrageous. This hasn't been talked about by many people, and I'm gonna bring it up now. I'm very upset about the new UI on the Switch 2. It's like they have not changed anything. The amount of people saying how much they wanted new UI, like the menus on the Switch weren't good, the eShop ran terrible, because it did. It was absolutely awful. And now the fact that they're just moving on like nothing's happened. Like the menu is exactly the same. It's just slightly changed. Like, come on, it's like when the Switch launched. Maybe you think they would release like a different menu after like a year. You know, maybe just because it just launched, give them some time, but nothing changed to that menu. The fact that they're just keeping this menu on the Switch too, with no different themes or anything, is outrageous. We better get a better eShop too, because the eShop on the Switch is just hideous. It's so bad. It runs slow, like it's not pleasing to use, and like the price of some games is also crazy. I know we've just been talking about the price, but like Donkey Kong costs less than Mario Kart for some reason. So what you're trying to say is like Donkey Kong not as good as Mario Kart? Like this price makes no sense. Like the original Switch pricing never made sense, but I just don't get what they're trying to go for with this. And yeah, I haven't talked about the accessories yet. I think the accessories, one pair of Joy-Cons for the Switch right now costs 80 USD, which is absolutely insane for a start because one, I don't think they're very good controllers. Two, they get drift all the time and they're charging 80. But in fairness to Nintendo, you can send them in for repair, so it's not all bad. But with the Switch 2, Joy-Cons cost 95 USD, which is just absolutely ridiculous, I think. 95 US dollars for just one pair of Joy-Cons. Maybe if it was like two Joy-Cons, like a 2-pack, then maybe it'd still be outrageous, but I think it's better. So I don't know how much the Pro controller is going to cost. It's probably going to be like 80 something, which is the price of one game for the console. And also, yeah, there's like a Switch 2 camera thing too. How much is that going to cost? Even more, because all the games we get, they're going to be like 80. All the accessories. It's almost going to be a grand just to get the Switch, all the accessories with the Switch 2 and some games. Which is just, that's just not the way to go. Also, I think the release date's really weird. Like June. I don't think there's ever been a Nintendo console to release in June. like the Switch released in March, but now we're getting a console in June. I mean, it's okay release date. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But I'm probably not gonna be getting it for a while. Also, another thing I want to get into is that I mean, this may annoy some people. It won't annoy me because I've always owned the original Switch. I never owned an OLED. But basically, what they're gonna do with the Switch 2, there is no OLED option. You can only get an LCD screen, which I don't have a problem with. But some people who own a Switch OLED might want to have that option because they may feel like they're downgrading a little bit because, yeah, the screen, I think it's a bigger screen, but on the Switch 2, but you are downgrading from the OLED because LCD doesn't quite look as good as an OLED, in my opinion. Well, it's not really an opinion, it doesn't look as good. But who knows, maybe further down the line they might release an OLED, but how much is that going to cost? 500? Like, I think if they were going to charge 450, I think they should have started with an OLED model. If it was OLED, it would be a bit better value, but it's not. And yeah, the Switch 2 will be able to do 4K at 120 frames per second, which is cool, because it can run better frame rates, because the Switch, like even now the Switch can't even run its own games. It can barely even hit 1080 sometimes, running at a smooth frame rate, so that's nice. Because the Switch 2 won't be able to run like the best, because like it's not gonna be able to run great games this generation. It probably will be able to run like most games now, but it won't be able to run games like GTA 6 or anything like that. Anything too powerful nowadays won't be able to run on the Switch 2. But like, what other games are we gonna get that's more powerful than what we're having now? So who knows? Maybe the Switch 2 will be good enough for this generation, but I don't know. And also there's GameCube support now. Well, backwards compatibility. The Switch Online thing. Not backwards compatibility, but there's Switch Online for GameCube, which is cool. They are releasing a GameCube controller, which is nice. I don't know how much it's going to cost, but that's really cool. Because you do have some good games on there. I know Chibi Robo's coming, which is actually kind of a steal. So that'll be cool, the GameCube emulation. Hopefully we get some good Switch Online. Hopefully they improve the online too, because they started because I think Nintendo Switch Online used to be free in like the first year of its lifespan, and then they started charging for it, and then the Wi-Fi, it was just terrible. So maybe they've improved it, or probably not because it's Nintendo. But yeah, the cool thing about Mario Kart World is like when you're driving around, the weather conditions can change, which I think is actually a really cool thing, because no previous Mario Kart has had that. Like, they can change while you're driving. I think that is really cool. One cool thing about it. But then another cool thing about Mario Kart World, even just playing as the cow is just really cool. That just looks awesome, alright? But I do have a problem with Mario Kart World, and the free driving thing is a very cool gimmick. It looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. But I have one problem with it. I don't think, like, the landmarks are cool. You can drive from race to race, which is like a very cool feature. Like, that is a cool feature, driving from like a race to another one. But the landmarks they just look a bit bare right now. There doesn't really seem to be anything there. They just look a bit boring, I'm not gonna lie. So the free world thing, it would be cool to explore the track. But maybe, I don't know, down the line they could maybe add some more stuff to make it a bit cooler. Who knows? Right now I think it's a bit bland, but they can always change that. I don't know, I'm just trying to be as positive as I can, because a lot of people are very angry at the Switch 2 right now. Like, no one's happy with it. Everyone's complaining about it, which I do understand. The price is outrageous. Mario Kart World, the price on that is also annoying. And some people aren't very happy with the game either. As a person who actually plays Mario Kart Wii, I'm kind of a bit angry at it too. But, I don't know. I just say, just wait for it, see what it's like, and then I might give a bit more of an opinion. And then who knows, I might rank the Mario Karts again. Oh yeah, one cool thing, apparently I've heard you don't have to hold your item anymore. Like me holding the L button, and you just like, apparently you don't have to hold it anymore, it just does it automatically, so that's cool. Oh, and I haven't even talked about Donkey Kong yet. Oh my god, they've just done him so dirty. It's been 10 years since he's had an official release. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, released in 2014 for the Wii U. So yeah, that was like 10 plus years ago. And now they brought, and now in the new Mario Kart, they've just done him completely dirty. Like why would they make that design? I don't think that looks, I think that does not look pleasing to look at at all. Why would they do that? But at least he's getting his own game, which I'm happy about. And like, I don't understand the price range. Why would you charge 70 for Donkey Kong's game? Like, so you're charging 80 for Mario Kart World. How isn't Donkey Kong as good? It's still a main title. I just don't understand. And also, like, they're charging, like, I think it's 90 to get a physical game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's 80 to download it to your Switch 2, and it's 90 to own the physical game. Honestly, the box arts don't even look that cool, like the boxes. So I'm like, what? Like, physical games, they're just being run into the ground, because like no one wants physical games anymore. Some people who do, like me, I like collecting physical games personally. But companies don't want to make physical games anymore. They're literally going to be gone in a few years. I don't think they're going to be around much longer. Because, like, they're going to charge more for them now. And, like, game companies just don't want to make them anymore, which I find really annoying. But yeah, digital is now, like, the main thing. No one really wants physical anymore. Like, some people do. But, like, first of all, game companies like digital. The reason why. Games are harder to refund that are digital, like, they're harder to refund. Number one, I think this is where digital shines a bit more. They're just all on your console, so instead of having to get the game out, you can literally just go to the game and just boot it up. Which is nice and convenient, I suppose. But then I do like having, like, games on my shelf. But then even then, we saw it with the Switch. I think game boxes have gone downhill. Like, the Switch boxes don't really look that good, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's just like a bunch of red. Like, I think the Wii U cases look the best. They look really nice, and the Wii. And even 3DS too. Like, even now, I don't even think they look that good anymore. So I might just go all digital for the Switch too. Especially if I have to pay an extra, especially if it's 90 for a physical game, which is absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap my Switch 2 video up here. Sorry for not posting in a while. It has been a very long time. Sorry about that. And yeah. Switch 2, June 5th. It's gonna be out on June 5th. If you guys are getting it, that's cool and all that. But yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.